Thirds. What are they? Where are they? Why should you care? That's the topic of today's video. So I'm going with the key of G here, and we're looking at just the second and third strings. If you wanted to be in a different key, the way to locate the start point is think about where you'd have your A bar chords. So if I wanted to do this in the key of C, I'd go, all right, there's my C as an A bar chord. That's my starting point where my fingers are. Okay. So when I'm talking to kids about this, I give them the analogy of a sandwich. So the open strings are the same as the 12th, but an octave away from each other. If we're going up, I go slice of bread, that's fingers together, fillings, that's fingers staggered. So we go bread, filling, filling, bread. Exactly the same pattern if we're going down from any given point. So same point but 12 frets higher, because that's the only way I can go down from the 0. Bread, filling, filling, bread. And it seems to really work, because once I do that, kids are going in short order. There you go. I decided to put that snippet right at the beginning of the video so that hopefully everyone who watches this video, even if it's only for, less than a minute, they can have that as a takeaway, because I really do find them so useful up and down the second and third strings. I really don't want to witter on too long, but there are one or two things I think that it's important for everyone to know. So what is a third? A third is a musical interval. What's an interval? It's a musical distance. An octave is an interval. A tone is an interval. Thirds are intervals. Fourths, fifths, sevenths. They're all intervals, musical distances. So what do you need to know? Well, there's two types of third. There's a major third and there's a minor third. The major third is a distance of 2 tones or 4 frets. So if I play a G, open G string, and I go up 2 frets, 4. 2 tones, apologies. If I go up 2 tones, that's a major third. And that is my open second string. So that's a major third on the and this is only on the second and third strings. When you push down both at the same fret, that's major third. A minor third is 3 frets on a guitar, a tone and a half. So if I go up 3 frets, that's a minor third. And across the third and second strings, that's this staggered position. So that's major thirds and minor thirds. You now know what they are. So for those who like to understand and not just learn parrot fashion, what's going on the third string, if I just go up the third string and play the major scale, that's tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Don't have to know that, but it's quite useful. Now if I then go up that pattern, well, up that scale, and add a third to every single one of those notes, then that's what I showed you at the top of the video. That follows the pattern of major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor. I strongly recommend you do remember. Commit that to memory. As I mentioned earlier, it's only between the third and second string that those patterns apply. Everywhere else on the guitar, so say on the 6th string, anywhere, if I want to go up a major third, I go up 1 string and down 1 fret. If I want a minor third, it's up 1 string and down 2 frets. And if you, once you know this, you'll start seeing, you know, you play a C and you go, oh, I can see that's a third. That's a major third between those two fingers. Same with a G, major third there between those two fingers. I want you to understand something about the way chords are built. If I play a major scale, if I go up 2 notes from any note, so if I go from 1 to 3, that's a third. It's actually a major third. If I go from 2 to 4, that's a minor third. If I go from 3 to 5, it's a third. You go up or down twice and it's always a third. So it's a better way to practice a scale instead of just going, which is really not very useful, but we all do it at some stage if we want to play lead guitar and solos. But if you learn to do it in thirds, any scale at all, so instead of doing that, go, that's going to be far more useful. It's far more musical. You can, if someone's playing a, and I just take that scale and go, it sounds like music straight away. But what I did there was went 8, 6, 7, 5, 6, 3, 6, 4, sorry. A major chord is a major third and then a minor third. So if I take any note, go up a major third, then go up a minor third, that's a major chord. A minor chord is a minor third and then a major third. All your 7th chords, major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, minor 7, flat 5, they're all built on thirds. The interval, the distance between the first note and the second note in the chord, and the second note and the third note, and the third note and the fourth note, they're all either major thirds or minor thirds. So they're everywhere. And when you realise this, you can apply it to your playing. So tip number 1 when you're soloing is learn to go up and down in thirds, and you'll immediately sound far more musical. So I'll use thirds in that way, where that sort of blues style of playing, banging out a constant bass line and simply playing major and minor thirds on the second and third strings mainly. Another way that I'll incorporate thirds into my exploring on the guitar is to play chords on the 5th, 4th and 3rd string. Simply go up a major third, then a minor third, or go up a minor third and then a major third. So I've got both my fingers on there and I'll just take one off. That's a minor chord, that's a major chord. As in just those 3 notes. That's a major, that's a minor. And I enjoy exploring strumming all my strings and finding things that fit with that E5. For instance, not entirely sure what the chords were, I'd need to think about it, but that wasn't all in the key of E minor or E major. That modulated through several different keys. So that's a way for you to explore thirds in a rhythmic way with chords as opposed to soloing. As I mentioned earlier, when you're practicing your scales, it's going to serve you well to practice going up and down in thirds. So let's say, for instance, we've got a C major scale here. So if you learn to go down it by playing a note, skip a note, play a note. So I went, effectively, if I number these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Practice going 8, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4. So each time you're skipping a note, 2 backwards, then 1 forwards. That will then come out when you're playing, when you're soloing. And you'll do things like, I don't know, you know, just that, for instance. Or going up and down in thirds is always going to sound musical, and it's going to serve you well if you practice your scales that way instead of just going up and down a scale, because just going up and down a scale sounds like you're just going up and down a scale, and unfortunately some people, when they solo, that's what they sound like they're doing, because that's what they are doing. So practice your thirds. I hope there was something practical and of use that you can apply to your guitar playing in today's video. I'm making a new video every single day for 100 days. Today's day 69. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps develop my channel, and that's what I'm all about at the moment. Take care.